here's what we got.
Looks impressive, Kowalski, but would fly.
It's not lifting the axle up yet, though.
Don't give me excuses. Give me results.
Hello, my name is Nick. This is my little show that I like to call Sunday Driver Rides. Thank you for joining me. It is appreciated. Today's the day. Today's the day that every car builder dreams of. The day that they finally take their project vehicle off the house trusses that they put on about 1.5 years ago. It's always a glorious day when you can take your car off the house trusses. Yeah. I hope it happens anyway. Let's I don't know. Let's just find out, huh? All right, catch up to speed. I believe, like I said last episode, I still needed to weld up the rear bracketry, whatnot, frame rail, whatever you want to call it, for the rear of the leaf springs. I still got to do that, and I want to put in a new crossmember. And here's what I got for that. What I did was I got 2" by 2" angle, and I cut it, and I bent it, and I started tacking it together. So I know some of you are going to be like, why'd you do that? Why didn't you just get 4" channel? Because I had 2" laying around here of angle. And that's what I had. And I know it's going to be strong enough because all they did for this one is just use stamped sheet metal just layered over on top of each other for this crossmember. So that is going to be plenty strong enough to do what I wanted to do. So let's, I got to cut some stuff and keep bending. Let's do that. And then I got to cut out the old one. So you can see it's air cooled, shall we say. And then I gotta weld it in, and then we'll start working on the back. All right, here's what I got so far for that cross member. You can see I did my little pie cuts and all that stuff. And I cut, man, it's so warm. I welded this so it wouldn't split. I cut it here, and then there too. I need to flatten that part out. Let's see if I got an idea how I can flatten it out because I need it to be level. I'll show you what I'm thinking. I call in the powers of middle-aged fat men everywhere. Come on. There we go. Come on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Flat. That's exactly what I wanted. It'll bounce back a bit, I'm sure. Oh, no, it didn't. All right. Who needs Jenny Craig? I don't. All right, fast forward after much cutting and grinding and grinding and cutting. This is what I've got. I've got it nice and intertwined with the frame rails. I feel like I cut the frame rails just so I could get in there. You know, I cut the lip off the back side so it could lay flat on the back side. But the front, I left that after I pie cut it, of course, and you saw me step on it. So I can weld all the way around this. I'll weld up this piece. And I'll even probably maybe weld a couple holes here or drill a couple holes here and do some plug welds and weld around it. Now, it's not completely square. You can see my gaps are off a little bit. But you know what? Unless you're underneath the car really studying it, nobody's going to see it because I'm going to have sheet metal over this eventually. And if you're looking that hard at the car, well, I guess I just lost the car show or the Riddler Award for it. Oh, well. You know, not looking for that, just looking to make it structurally sound. And two, let's be honest, Joel Blow back in 1969 when he built this car, it was Friday, you know, at 5 o'clock, he was looking to get this done, and these cars weren't perfect in the first place, in other words, you know, let's be honest. So anyway, I'll quit rambling. Let's get this Zeused in and be happy with life, huh? All right, it's the next day. I've got this all welded in. I'm happy with the way it is, so it's good and strong. Yay. All right, let's move on to this. Fast forward quite a bit. I just got in the zone. I just kept cooking. I should tape, I thought to myself. First thing I did was I hung my string line. I got my axle centered, you know, with my little plumb bobs that I made. And then what I did was I had to loosen up my U-bolts so I had the U-bolts tight, shifted it over, then tightened up my U-bolts and rechecked my string line, my alignment. Still looks good. Measured here, looks pretty dang good too. It's about 2 1/4 inch from the inside of the spring to the outside of that frame rail. Then what I did was, you can see I've got green, oh geez, I can't even talk. Rear spring mounts, whatever you want to call them. The ones that I had, they were toast. They were bad. I had to cut them, and you could tell that they were welded. I don't even know where they went. Come on, Nick, get your stuff together. Anyway, I'll show you to you maybe someday. So yeah, so I got all the bushings in. I put those all together. So now what I got to do, I'm going to take this. I know it's rusty. I got to clean it up at least where I weld it. And I'm going to put that over, or I'm going to weld it. I'm going to put it, I think, right over this bolt, I think. And then I'll weld it to this and to that and going all the way across. Eventually it'll get welded to this inner fender, or not fender, I should say, quarter panel, just to help brace it up. But then I'll weld up this and everything, and I can't think of any reason why I wouldn't be able to put it on the ground. I'm trying to think. I really can't think any reason I can't, other than the fact I don't have enough wheels with air in it. But hey, I can put it on jack stand still, right? All right, let's get it done. All right, now I've got everything sanded and clamped down and measured again and realigned again. And yeah, I noticed this was off earlier. So now let's weld. All right, it is the next day, and I've got about 90% of it welded. I wasn't able to weld everything. I ran out of welding wire last night. So, oh well, what do you do? So I wasn't able to, I know there's an end cap, you know, when Dodge did it, and this is similar to what Dodge did, except for with this different style tubing. Dodge had an end cap here, you know, but they didn't have this. I put this on just for more, just because that's what I wanted. But you know what? It's strong enough to hold up the car, I'm sure. So, but it is. I got the leaf springs on it, and it's all hooked up, and I'm happy. So, last night, look at that nice donut. Oh, it looks like crap, but it holds air and it fits. That one, this is the iffiest tire, but it's probably going to go flat if it hasn't already when you get weight on it. I put a little bit of Fix-A-Flat in it, but if it works or not, who knows. But it is kind of cool to see wheels on it. But you know what? It's time. Let's take these trusses out. What I'm going to do is I got to support the car in the front and in the back. I got to figure out how exactly. I think I'm going to put the engine hoist in the front because I can't slide, you know, the bottom legs. I don't think they'll slide underneath. But even if they did, they'd hit the wheels when I go back. So it's got to stay up in the front. So I'll take this and I'll just strap it to the K-member. I'll lift up on the K-member, and in the back, I don't know. I'll lift up with some jacks or something and figure it out. I don't know. But then I will. What I'll do is I'll just take my plasma cutter and I'll just quick zip these off. The 4 posts holding it up. And then hopefully slide this thing out. All right, enough talk. Let's go. Okay, so you can see I just got straps to hold up the front end. Hopefully that keeps it balanced. And then what I'm going to do is, or what I am doing, I got a jack in the middle. Well, you're probably asking yourself, Nick, if you jack it up in the middle, that one crossbar is going to get in the way, isn't it? When you pull the trusses out, you know, like that, but it's farther up. Yeah, it is. Well, what I'm hoping is I can just get it to start, and then I can just let that engine hoist down slowly, and then hopefully get the front wheels on the ground. Hopefully. I don't know. We're going to see. But I've got another problem. I didn't center the trusses up to the car very well, because look at that. See that right there? Yeah, that bracket's hitting the trusses. So I can't really jack that up more. It's just lifting the passenger side of the axle up more than anything. So, you know what? We're just gonna do this. Now we're gonna take the plasma cutter. We're gonna start cutting stuff. And we'll just do it nice and slow and see what happens. All right, she's loose. At least I thought it was loose. Let's lift up the front. See what happens. Yeah, that scared me a little bit. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. Oh, the car's leaning. I don't like that. Let's go. It is. It's still hung up there. The thing moved. Sack of potatoes, you. Let go. Still holding on at one post. Great. That's what I want to see. Come on. Let's go. Oh, don't do that too much, Nick. Seriously. Annoying. Boy, I'm annoyed. Look at that. How is that being held up? Let go. What is there something I'm missing? There's got to be something else I'm missing. No, I think it's that. I mean, she's not clamped down. I don't know. Oh my gosh, let go. Just let go. There. Let go. Oh, let go. Finally. That took forever and a day. All right, it's loose. I don't know why it's leaning so bad, but it is. So, no, whatever. Let's see what we can do. Oh, man. Come on. Oh, what am I hitting now? Oh, nothing big. Okay. That's about as much as I can bring it back, I think. All right. Slowly come down. Front. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to lower the front end enough so it's supported by the jack stand, hopefully. And then I don't know. I'll have to try to use the engine hoist to support the back somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. One thing at a time, right? Almost that jack stand. Whoop, I don't want to go faster than I'd like. All right. Now I got to get that back end up higher. All right. Here's what we got. Yeah, I got a bunch of straps there. I'm sure that's OSHA approved. I'm just hoping the back end's light enough for it to lift up and the front end will stay there. Let's find out. Come on up. Back's coming up. That's what I want. Keep coming. It's not lifting the axle up yet though, because the springs. That's going to make it a lot heavier. It's not what we want. Oh man, that's a lot of weight. It scared me. It's up. It's off of it. Keep coming. Please hold, please hold, please hold. Don't stay, don't move. All right, I'm high enough. Let's get this thing out from under it. Slow. Oh, jack stands are starting to tip. It's not good. Roll this way a little bit. There you go. That's better. Holy crap! I hate this handle on this thing. You down? Oh my gosh, it's down. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get it all the rest of the way down. All right, jack stands are out from underneath it. It is on the ground, on wheels. Oh, yeah. Papa needs a cold one. All right, look at this. I'm rolling it. When's the last time this car rolled? It rolls nice and easy because I backed the brakes off like there's no tomorrow. Oh, sweet. That's it. Nope, don't hit my Tahoe. Don't hit my Tahoe. Good enough. Oh, it is. It's so awesome to see it on wheels and outside. Even with that stupid donut. Oh, it's cool. All right. There she is in all her glory. Look at that. On wheels. I love it. Oh, I love it. I still got to cut out all this bracing from when it was up on the trusses. But yeah, I'm on my way. Those are the rims that came off the Firebird. They're Unilugs. I hate them so. I don't like Unilugs. They're a pain to get on. And honestly, I want a bigger wheel and tire. It just doesn't look good enough for me. I want something more. But it feels so good to have this roll. So good. I'm excited. All right. I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. It is appreciated. If you can like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Boy, that'd just be neat. I would appreciate it so dang much. So happy it rolls. So happy. It's on wheels. Love it. Thanks again for watching. Take care.